What's going on, gamers? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, and today we are back in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, defending a large castle controlled by the medieval army of good. Now, there are 4 million evil army forces laying siege to this castle, and they include the brand new unit, the orcs, right here. We've never used the orcs. I don't know how good they are, so we'll just have to find out. But they've also got with them the trolls, which are one of the most powerful melee units in the game. These trolls, there are 300 of them times 4, so 1,200. 1,200 trolls on the battlefield. Each section of trolls is in a different corner of the map, ready to charge in at the medieval defenses here. It should be an epic battle. If you guys do enjoy these videos, please be sure to hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 in the future. Either way, let's get into it. Alrighty then, boys, pressing start, and these catapults at the forefront here should start firing. Beautiful, baby. Very nice. Love to see. And the medieval knights should be charging. Yes, they are. The medieval knights, the heavy knights that is, are on guard mode, so they will countercharge any of the enemy forces and go after them on this battlefield. Now, I did put catapults on the outside defenses as well as on the inside defenses. So there are catapults essentially everywhere on this battlefield. Some are under the protection of the walls, while some of them have to fend for themselves out here, along with the heavy knights who are tasked with guarding them. Right now, it seems like these orcs are rushing in and getting pretty much decimated, like big time decimated, by that artillery fire from the catapults right in front of them. Absolutely gorgeous, but there are 4 million of them, so they will outweigh the heavy knights eventually in terms of numbers here. We've also got the trolls up in here now, getting in, getting busy, and starting to smash some of these catapults right here as well. These guys are a serious threat, despite there only being 1,200 of them on the battlefield. They can do some serious damage with such few numbers. It could be absolutely devastating to the battlefield. Either way, let's go check on some other sides here too. On this side of the battlefield, there are no catapults. This is the only side of the battlefield that there aren't any catapults, and that's because the catapults inside are mainly geared towards this side, so you can see some catapult fire going out towards the enemies right there, but not too much. So this side is probably extra vulnerable, but at the same time, they do have a lot of heavy knights, so they might just end up being perfectly fine right there. Now, as for the interior defenses, I'll let you know there are archers on the inside. I don't see any right here, but there should be. Yes, there are archers on the inside. It's very crowded inside, as well as light footmen too, as sort of backup defenses. And then, of course, we've got the catapults back here, which are already firing away. So the interior has pretty good defenses as well, and should be able to take down quite a number of these evil army henchmen. Over on this side of the battlefield, the heavy knights have pushed out a considerable amount. Look at this. They are moving and grooving right now. Yeah, protecting those catapults to the end. That's beautiful. That's what we like to see for sure. We need these catapults up and running for as long as is possible, because these things can probably pack the meanest punch of any of the good units. You know, the army of good units, not like good as in like, oh, they're powerful, but good as in like morally. Oh no, not morally. The orcs are just misunderstood. We do have a little bit of a breach here though, as tons of orcs start to charge these catapults right here, and a lot of them are going down still, but they're getting some kills on those catapults right there as well. By the way, the experimental mod is on, so we will see pooling in this battlefield, which is going to be pretty cool to see. Wow, look at this. These guys push super far forward. These heavy knights are on an absolute roll here. Go off, kings. Yes. Look at them go. Yikes, I would hate to be those orcs right about now. That would be brutal. At the moment, we do have 25,000 dead soldiers for the medieval army and 400,000 dead evil army soldiers. That's about 10% of their total numbers there. That is absolutely incredible. There are still roughly 200,000 good soldiers remaining, and 3.55 million evil soldiers remaining on the battlefield. So a long way to go for this battle. But despite the interior defenses clearly being outnumbered by the armies of evil, they've got a really, really good chance of actually managing to get the dubski here just because of how powerful their units are comparatively. Of course, the trolls are throwing a wrench in that plan because they are a seriously superior unit, but the army of good does have those catapults, they do have archers, and they do have those heavy knights, all of which combine to make this massive powerhouse that is extraordinarily difficult to go ahead and destroy. Let's check out from a knight's eye view here what's going on with these trolls as they bound forward. The heavy knights come swinging with their long sword, only to get crushed under the weight of the troll's hammer. Absolute fatality. Is it just me, or do the orcs kind of resemble Kronos from God of War, the new God of War? Well, new-ish, I guess. Did that game come out? Is that 2016 now? Wow. No. Was it 2018? Couldn't have been 6 years ago that game came out. Like, when? I'm Googling it right now. Of course, the new one's coming out soon, which will be pretty cool. Pretty cool to see, right? No, 2018. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, oh my god, time flies. But no, it was only 4 years ago, which is still a very long time ago. That's nuts, but doesn't this model really resemble him a lot? I don't know, maybe it's just the beard and the baldness. That could be it. That could be it. Oh my goodness, I almost had like a little mini heart attack there. Wow! Huge breakthrough on this side of the battlefield here, and they are just bum rushing these gates right now. Of course, these gates are going to get really, really tricky for these guys to bum rush, as there's just a ton of catapult fire coming out here and slamming into the gate attackers. Yeah, that will not be pretty in a little bit here, but pretty cool to see right there that these guys are just going ham on this side of the battlefield. Absolutely ham. They burst through these heavy knights over this way and are now just funneling in. Of course, they probably don't have a lot of troll units left. I'm guessing probably about half of the trolls are dead now at this time, I'd say. If not more trolls? I don't actually know, but yeah, I think a lot of the troll units are down for the count at this point. So that'll definitely be a benefit for the medieval good army here. We do have a nice little holdout over this way, where heavy knights are basically taking on the weight of the entire army as their flanks start to disappear. They're sending more troopers to go and cover the flanks over that way, wanting to prevent any more gaps from forming in their lines. But those trolls are just butchering through them right there. They're protecting these catapults at all costs, and that is, of course, just extremely smart. Every catapult shot gets, 10, 15 kills, something crazy like that. So those catapults are absolutely vital. But there is another little breakthrough behind them over this way. So this little gap here is probably going to get destroyed fairly soon. But hey, if they can keep these catapults alive even for a little bit of time, it'll have been worth it. And then over here on this side, with the breach in the wall right here, we have more orcs moving in. Of course, there's interior catapults over here doing work, as well as archers now getting involved in the battle. You can kind of see the arrows flying. Let's see. Yeah, you can see the arrows flying. They're very quick. Very, very quick, so it's hard to catch them. But those arrows will be extremely helpful as well in whittling down these orcs, or at least softening them up for when the heavy knights have to go and engage with them, and of course the footmen back here too. Now, over on this side of the battlefield, yeah, we have another sort of hard-fought defense of the catapults. These guys know the importance of these catapults. They know they've got to keep them alive for as long as is possible. And so they are going in full-on defense mode for these catapults, sprinting into various sections. Oh, we do have some pooling over this way. Look at that. I don't know if it's super deep yet, but that's interesting to see right there for sure. For sure. Woo, baby. What's going on over this way? Another little pocket of resistance over here with these catapults. We got pockets of resistance going on everywhere right now, boys. Everywhere. Why don't we go ahead and do a little time lapse of the ending of the exterior defenses and see how they crumble and if they can get some more kills before they do go down. Alright, well, those exterior defenses did not last long. Oh, well, there's actually still a little bit of a defense going on over here. I think these guys are lasting longer because they don't have troll support like these guys did over here. But look how few trolls are left over here. Very nice. We like to see. So, yeah, those defenses did not last a super duper long time, but at least they held out for a little bit, I guess we can say. Over this way, this door is still being held very nicely. We like to see that. Keep that up, boys. I think we should run another quick time lapse of these guys holding out for as long as they possibly can. Oh, we do have cooling around them. That could be bad. But yeah, let's watch these guys try and defend against these evil armies here. Alright, those guys did end up getting defeated right there, but they put up the good fight, man. And look at this, the quote-unquote water for demonetization purposes ended up getting pretty high, although it's hard to see here. It's like up to their ankles. That's decent, that's decent. Either way, I think now we are completely in the interior defenses here. And this area over this way actually ended up getting breached pretty hard during that time. Someone is cutting down a tree outside. Interesting. Okay. That's weird. We don't have a lot of trees around here, so why waste a good one? It actually looks kind of old. Maybe the wood's dead or something like that. I'm sure they have their reasons. Either way, these gaps over here aren't too concerning. I don't think there are any trolls left alive over here, so it's purely going to be orcs coming forward, which is manageable. And then over here, this gate has still yet to be breached, and we still have heavy knights moving out of it to go and slay some orcs. Still doing extremely well over here. There's actually like a few trolls every once in a while, so it's not like too bad for the evil army. They've still got a decent fighting force, and of course they've got, 3 million orcs, but like, the trolls are really what makes or breaks this defense, I feel like. So it could make a big difference having trolls versus orcs. Either way, there's some solid holdouts here by the armies of good, and I think they're going to do quite well for quite some time during this, and it's just going to take time for this battle to continue onward. So why don't we go ahead and do a bird's eye view of these charging orcs into this courtyard area here. I think this will be an interesting area to watch, and we can see if these guys manage to hold out. And remember to keep an eye also on like the sides here, like over here where you can see the ramparts and the stairs, because the orcs are also going to be attacking up there too, which could be kind of cool to watch. So let's do it. Alright, the orcs have made it to the doorway over this way with the help of a few trolls that are left alive on the battlefield. Once those die, I mean, like, I don't know, there's like a couple out here, but not many. There are not many trolls left alive at all in the entirety of this thing. This doorway is like complete kaput. It'll be interesting to see what develops with that. I mean, there's just like hard choke points in most of these areas at this point now. We do have a few of these orcs streaming in over this way, but really not too big a deal. Over here they're all stopped. I mean, now we're getting into the grind fest of this battle. This is where I think that the medieval good army has the best shot of winning against these boys, because they are just going to grind them to pulps with catapult fire, with archer fire. It's going to be unbelievable, I think. I think it'll be really, really hard for any advancements to really be made at this point in time. So it'll be cool to see. And once those last trolls are dead, I think then we'll really be seeing the end of the orcish army and with trolls. Orcish plus trolls. Plus a couple of trolls in there too. But we'll go ahead and do, I think, let's do one more time lapse for now over here. I don't want my storage to fill up too much because we might want to do some large time lapses later in the battle. But I think one more right here should be good because the time lapses we have done so far haven't been too long, so my storage should be fine. Let's do it. Slowly but surely, headway has been made here by the orcs, although not quite a lot. Also on this entrance, and this entrance is still tightly knit, and then over here, again, not a lot of headway. So, honestly, the Army of Good is holding out. The Evil Army only has 3 million left, and the Good Army has 54,000 left. It seems like the Army of Good is increasing their kill rate by quite a bit nowadays, so I think this is going to be a long-lasting battle, and we'll just have to see what happens. But I think the Army of Good, yeah, they're getting a lot of kills pretty fast, and the Evil Army is not getting a lot of kills very fast. So why don't we go ahead and just let this run for a few hours. I'm going to go do some errands, and we'll come back and see where it's at. All right, boys, it's been a hot minute here, and it's getting pretty crazy. Only 42,000 defenders remain, and 1.5 million attackers remain. There's a lot of glitches going on as well. Bodies like stuck midair and stuff like that. Another thing I noticed is, we'll see if it happens here, every once in a while a trooper gets tossed back from the catapults. They get up and they swing and they die, and so they end up damaging the soldiers in the middle, and you can see a lot of them are dead like within the piles of these guys. So they're like infiltrating the lines behind everyone from getting like flown out, and they survive those drops. It's kind of weird and funny. This entrance over here is still a major event, I suppose you could call it. Still a lot of trolls out here, surprisingly enough. This area over here is just an absolute madhouse. Been going on for forever. And this over here, again, is just sort of like a crush area, interestingly enough. So yeah, I mean, it's going. It certainly is going. Let's go ahead and let this run for a while longer. Guys, I was sitting down and I bumped the mouse, and you can hear I'm stir frying some chicken in the background. I was literally just letting this run, and I bumped the mouse and I set off a nuke. Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that. Oh my god. Why? Why? Why did I just do that? Oh my god. Why? Well, at that point in time, Team 1, which was the Knights, had 3.41 million kills, and the Trolls had one second, let me go stir my chicken. Okay, chicken has been stirred. The Trolls had 128,000 kills. So the defenders were still doing very, very well. And the attackers were not doing so hot. So I think the defenders would have won this one. Look at the pooling that's happening though. Absolutely crazy. Yikes. I still feel like this video has some entertainment value to it, so I'm still probably gonna post it, but let me know in the comments if you want me to redo this or not. I can't believe I bumped it and set off a nuke in the castle. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.